This is a Fulltone Deja Vibe, and I'm going to unbox it for you today. All right, so here we have the box for the Deja Vibe by Fulltone. The model number is CS-MDV mkii. And it says, well, what it says on the box is pretty much what attracted me to the unit. This is an exact 1960s Univibe circuit. Now it doesn't come, as I understand it, with an expression pedal, but there's a jack for the expression pedal. I'm not sure how that works yet. Haven't experimented with this unit at all, but the Deja Vibe, being a copy of the Univibe, is kind of like a tremolo or vibrato, but it's done entirely differently. And there's a whole video on jhspedals.com or on YouTube, their GHS YouTube channel, JHS Pedals, where they went through the history of the Univibe and how it works. And it seems really weird and really neat, but you will have heard the sound of a Univibe in, for example, I think Jimi Hendrix used one while he played live at Woodstock and was doing the American anthem. It gives you that swishy, kind of like a vibrato, kind of like a tremolo sound, but it's not being done the exact same way at all. As I understand it, inside the pedal unit, there's actually some form of light and a number of sensors, and the way the light pulses and the sensors catch up to the light, it's all used to create a crazy, wonderful, melodious sound. So that's enough talking about it. This is the side of the box. This is not a cheap pedal, but it's not overly expensive. It's, I think, by the time you get it into Canada, if you're bringing it into Canada, it's about 500 some odd Canadian dollars. Let's see what we get here. So we're getting Fulltone IPS18 noise free. So that's our power supply. I'm going to be using another power supply for the entire board, so I won't be using that. This is the pedal itself. We'll look at that in a second. Inside we've got Fulltone sticker, custom shop, because this is a custom shop pedal. It's not a standard line. Just some kind of law stuff. We've got the manual. Congratulations on your purchase of the custom shop Fulltone Deja Vibe. So this is information about the pedal, of course, and I guess some useful settings that you might want to investigate. All right, so the pedal itself, this is actually, as I understand it, the smallest version of the pedal. But as I say that, here's a ruler. So there's some context for you. That's almost 4 inches wide, and same, it's a square box. So it's not a tiny pedal. It's probably, well, I'll pull out this bonsai, for example. All right, so there's a comparison of the size. That's a pretty standard size of pedal, same size as, say, an MXR Phase 90 would be. So it's a bit broader than one of those if you're looking for something to fit on your board. This is probably the most compact way you're going to be able to get a Univibe on your board. And the beauty of this one, of course, is that the circuit's identical to the one that, graced our ears in the 60s, or would have if we were listening in the 60s, but we can still listen to those recordings. So we've got a volume here. We've got an intensity knob here. There are 2 modes, vintage and modern. And then I guess this is always true of the of the Univibe. It had both a vibrato mode and a chorus mode. Now the chorus mode is the one I prefer, but both are useful and I think fairly unique in their sound. They're not just a regular chorus pedal or a regular vibrato pedal. They have their own unique sound and voice. Then of course there's the speed, just like there would be on a vibrato or a tremolo. And of course, click, click, you've got your on and off. Your jacks at the back include input here, then the expression pedal, or the external pedal as he's named it here, power jack, Now this is an 18 volt, so you have to remember that if you're using a power supply, to use an 18 volt, not a 12. And it appears to me also that it is center negative, so that's good. That's the more common thing. And then an output back to your amplifier or to another pedal. And there you have it. That's the Fulltone Deja Vibe, a authentic recreation of the 1960s Univibe circuit, albeit a different form, different package.